Good evening, ma'am, and who is watching this. Hi, my name is Meher, and I'm making this short video in order to understand the kind of collaborative efforts that we can put forward in the strategic partnership between IRMUN, by Department of ISPH, and 8 Club. So 8 Club, an app basically is basically an invite-only social club and events platform, which works on something called as hotspots, right? So hotspots are curated offline events, and through the app, which is basically both it works on both iOS and also Android. Members get exclusive social events called as hotspots, right? So this includes brunches, parties, house gatherings, whatever it is, right? Now, the main objective of this company is to help people host events, right? Now, it is just not for attending. It's not for attending. You can host it, you can create it, you can manage it. That is, you can create, manage, and host your own hotspots, and collaborate with venues and invite guests, handle the RSVPs, and also uh, earn money also in the same time, right? If there's a ticketing system involved. Now it has both a website, also an app as well, so I think we can check it out regarding the same. Now you may ask, a very basic question may come up, saying, okay, what's the differentiation between the 8 Club as an app and the Google Forms that we all use, right? Now that's a major question. Now, two things that I like to address, right? So first thing, a Google Form is just a one-way collection, right? So you're taking certain details from certain people and you're just collecting them, right? So you collect the names, you collect the emails, you collect then you just download the Excel sheet, you maintain the Excel sheet, you create a WhatsApp group out of this, then you tell those updates, and then you confirm the attendance, and you fill the form. This is the entire process that goes through. Now, what 8 Club eases the entire ease of doing business happens right here. And what exactly it is, right? So firstly, you can create a live event hotspot, right? Now, people can be given RSVP instantly, right? They get automatic reminders. Then there's a group chat within for this event, right? You can update the time, the location, right? Now you can also connect and DM and network, which is extremely important, because what are you doing the event for? Networking, connecting, sharing ideas. So this is exactly what it does, but in a more efficient manner. And also it creates micro communities, right? So forms end before the event starts, but 8 Club starts exactly where the event begins, right? Now this is exactly iconic about this app, and it's insane, right? Now, one more thing. One of the major things about this is the Google Forms has no sorts of event management, right? It has no sorts of event management at all. Now it does not. I'll tell the cons about Google Forms include, it does not give any sorts of RSVP updates. It does not give any sorts of wait lists, co-hosting, reminders, live attendee list, event feed, post-event networking or communication channel. So post your Google Forms, what you got to do is you got to create another WhatsApp, and then it does all of this for you. Why? Why the second step? Why not do everything in a single step? That is exactly where 8 Club comes up, right? So what here we do not need is, we do not need WhatsApp groups. We do not need any sorts of broadcasting lists. We do not need any sorts of repeated messages. We do not need any sorts of last minute confusion at all. It's a full event management system. It's a proper event management system, and it's insane, absolutely iconic, right? Now, the third, so with regards to the most exciting part of it is basically, it is just not a social networking platform. How can we understand this in an academic setting is what I would like you to analyze it, right? Now, in 8 Club, it's, you can see who the members are attending, you can message each other, you can continue the research conversations, you can join the recurring events, right? For example, the recent conference which is happening right now, today and tomorrow, the international conference, right? Such conferences may be happening again and again, right? In an evolving space, in an evolving Gen Z space, we also need to evolve. As technology evolves, people also need to evolve, and we need to adapt to such changes, right? So 8 Club kind of revolutionizes how people interact with each other in social events, right? So how It forms communities. For example, it creates academic communities, it creates hiking communities, it creates party communities, it creates gym communities, right? So people interested in certain kinds of things, let's say that you're interested in academic conversations, about conferences, about events, about workshops, the more you host, you get to know, like, you are a host who is known for hosting such events, right? So eventually you become the icon there, right? So it creates a community around certain people. It brings people together in a very, very collaborative way, right? Now, how is it critical for ISPH, for our researchers, for our political science circles, history reading circles, then MUN workshops, then even career mentorship, and even alumni engagement as well? We create a platform once, right? And the alumni, once graduated, becomes the alumni. Then the graduates who are going to be the ones who are studying, they can also be part of such communities, right? So the connection stays on, a link, a bridge is kind of built. So it's an insane feature, right? Now, another thing, Google Forms are also manually heavy, right? So you got to share the form, you got to download the responses, you got to make a list, and so on and so forth, right? So it kind of just, 8 Club automates everything. How? Invitations, RSVP list, directions, extremely important. Navigating throughout the university. Now we don't need any sorts of volunteers to navigate people where they are supposed to be going. We can just navigate it through an app, right? Group chats, extremely important. Changing on notifications, co-hosting tools, and post-event management, right? So it is, 8 Club is designed for human connection, which is extremely important, right? And it is very much essential while hosting such events, right? Now, when it comes to the other aspects which I would like to also discuss about, is how ISPH is beneficial out of all of this, right? As I already mentioned, academic and conferences benefits, right? How ISPH can academically network, can create networking hotspots for academicians and researchers and speakers, right? Now this creates a online chain, an online platform of a massive chunk of people who want to collaborate on certain themes of academic interests. They want to just talk about it, they want to meet together, they want to, it creates a ecosystem of a event beyond the conclusion of the event, right? So that is basically a living memory. Absolutely insane. Now, interdisciplinary meetups as well, that can also be curated. Now, student community and departmental culture is where creating a curated micro communities, for example, history studies circle can be one, a global affairs club can be one, a political theory hangout can be one, right? Now, these hangouts do not need to be only catered to just Christ University students themselves, right? They can be India wide, right? That's how circles are made. That is, you got to progress further, right? You send people the invitations like, hey, do you want to join this? Because you don't need to meet physically. Everything is online. You can communicate online. You can share ideas online. Now this is brilliant. It is absolutely insane in the scene, in the entire scene of globalization. Insane. Now, most importantly, that I've also understood is first years tend to kind of fear out, they have an ice breaking session every year. Now helping them to join such groups helps a lot. Why? They can communicate with the seniors much more easier. They can understand what is there in for them, right? And it is absolutely fun in such way, that is, you're able to contact your seniors, you're able to communicate that what kind of career opportunities, what kind of things that can be done in college, what kind of opportunities that they can kick in, right? So every single opportunity which can be tapped into is exactly where the juniors can collaborate upon, right? Even as I said, internship and internship and career opportunities can also be discussed via the same. Now, when it comes to IRM, so it not only creates an event experience but also creates an accommodation options, right? In the sense for the delegates, how is it accommodating for the delegates is basically it creates a nature of delegate community, not just Bangalore circuit, not just Delhi circuit or Hyderabad circuit. It creates an India network site, right? Now it is much more easier for us to network to delegates in that kind of space. Now we don't need to fire our PR team every single time telling them to, okay, call up people, bring in delegates. We don't need to do that. A message gets spread faster. We can reiterate on that message very consistently. We can hammer that message into people through such communities, right? So the PR is a very integral component of any MUN, and this is very much keen and very much beneficial for all of us if we are using such networking apps. So I think that's it for now. This is a very informal way of me trying to explain what kind of things that we can tap into, and not just MUNs and not just events, right? We can also tap into all the other departmental level events, right? Now, which includes event management plans, especially conferences, which includes a lot of event management plans, right? Now, this creates a sense of management, a data event management system, which is very much essential, right? Not just for our departmental events. I think with if the word spreads, definitely other departments will start using it much more as well, right? I think we should take the first step and then we can better it off. So let IRMUN be the opening gates to the new ventures, not just economical in the sense in sponsorship, but also a very beneficial management and strategic partner, as seen by a club coming in hands and joining together in a very successful journey together. So definitely it's going to be a great journey, and this is Meher the Pudi signing off. Thank you.